This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach. A trip to the state fair. And a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey everybody, welcome to Coach Unplugged. So excited you decided to join us today. Before I jump into the podcast, go over and leave a 5-star review. We really love those reviews. Leave some comments. I read all of them and we would really appreciate that. But before we get started, I definitely want to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market, bar none. Mention Coach Unplugged, you get $450 off and you'll get the best customer service you'll ever expect. Just mention Coach Collins and they'll take really good care of you. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It is the one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's something, you know, when I started teachhoops.com, it was what I would have wanted as a young coach before, you know, all the state championships and all the nationally ranked teams that I've coached. And not to brag, just to kind of tell kind of my journey, I would have killed for this stuff because it would have made my life so much easier. A little bit of everything that you need to become a better basketball coach. And we are the only people out there that offer 14-day free trial because we believe in it so much. Follow the roadmap, work on your craft, and you get me one-on-one mentoring. So I can't imagine anything better than that. I don't know. Anyway, go over and check it out and let's head off to the podcast.
How are you?
Good. Yeah.
All right. So you may or may not remember we spoke back in like February.
Yep.
Whatever. Didn't even win. The last game was a barn burner. We didn't score more than 42 points the whole season and put up 66 in our last game.
Ooh, that's good. Why do you think that was?
What finally clicked is the whole team ball. I think I had mentioned to you, no seniors, two significant role players from the previous year. That's it.
Right.
And they were hogging the ball. They were taking all the shots. It finally clicked. It started. It definitely turned in the right direction towards the back half of the season.
Okay.
In that last game, it finally clicked. Problem is, we ran into a juggernaut that just won 10 in a row, and they scored 72. So 72.
How did that correlate to the spring and summer then?
Okay, so that got a lot better. The summer league games, we won a lot of competitive ones, including there were class below us, but they're competitive all year long, every year. Really good coach. They were undefeated up until the state playoffs. I think they lost in the semis.
Really?
And we took them to overtime.
Ooh, that's good.
Yes, and honestly, I think we could have beat them in overtime, but it was sort of sudden death. First two baskets.
Yeah, that's weird. The summer stuff's weird because they got to keep it moving. So can you feel a sense of like, oh, this is starting to click, like with the players?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And even better so is a couple of the JVs. During the summertime, I've seen that a couple of the JVs can definitely help and at least light a fire under the older ones. I think we joked about, how do you get them to run the offense? And you said, you bench them. I go, I don't have that luxury, but I will have that luxury.
And then that will, yeah. And it also helps that you had some success. I get it out. That helps a lot, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Absolutely.
have they been have they been shooting a lot?
Yes. So I had an eighth grader, gonna be ninth grader, center, 5'9", solid. She's missed. I started right after July 4th.
Okay.
Aside from a 4-day vacation where they were out of town, she missed 2 days
That's really good.
every day,
Every
5 days
day.
a week, 5 days a week.
Yeah, and then I'm sure she has friends that she probably brings along too that probably aren't
There's a couple of them. She's a very shy person in general.
right.
She loves basketball clearly,
Yeah.
but there's a couple that she's able to get to come a couple every so often. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's another two.
And that's intimidating when you're
take,
young. That's intimidating when you're young.
correct.
It's very intimidating. Yeah.
But I can sense that she's going to be the one to rah everybody else next summer type of thing. So I'm excited.
So keep feeding them. Well, the reason I asked the question is you keep feeding that monster. Is
okay.
like, you know what I'm saying? Because someone at that age that's in all the time, I've had some of those. I've had lots of those. Those are the ones you feed because they'll bring the part-timers along eventually.
Okay.
And it's hard when you're young. It's really hard when you're young. Okay.
There's been a couple of days. Go ahead.
Are you thinking of changing things that you did last year?
Yes. So speaking of this one, she's our 5, but she's extending back to 3. So to the 3-point range. So I can go more 5 out, which I like to do. I've mostly done 5 out stuff by default. We've always had a bunch of guards. This year I have 2 contributing. They're both centers. They really are both centers. One can play the 4 because she can hit threes a little better than the one I'm talking about. She can play the 4 in terms of stretching the floor, but I lose speed and athleticism by playing them both out there. But because the other one is shooting threes now, I think I can go 5 out, and that'll kind of negate.
You can maybe play them together too. Do they get along?
Correct.
Does the team get
along? Yeah.
Okay, so that's good.
Yes, the team gets along. The stud players need to accept that there's other players who can contribute. That I wouldn't. They're not bad kids. They're not mean.
No. But yeah, but it's like, yeah, that's a hard, because I'm putting all this time in, and you're not putting all this time in. That's a hard conversion. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So 5 out, and then defensively, what did you do defensively?
So defensively, I like to diamond press, not aggressively though, more of a 3/4 diamond press. My goal is to basically slow everybody down. Slow everybody down. They see that diamond press. Whoa, I gotta think about it. And we're basically gonna just back up with you as long as you don't cough it up or make it an easy trap for us.
And you put the big girl back. You put the big girl in the back.
Yeah, put her back. The 4 is going to be on the ball, but again, she's not the quickest of foot. But again, the intent isn't to trap like crazy. And that was actually one of my questions. Are there any cues that you would use other than like turning their back? Right? When do I send her to go trap? One of the things I was thinking
on the diamond.
On the diamond,
okay,
yeah.
So
I don't want to do. I don't want to do it like Shaka Smart. I don't want to go like crazy.
Yeah, Shaka's a different world. Shaka's yeah, very good coach. But yes, okay. So what's your thoughts on that?
So my first thought was on the entry pass, because we give up the corner. They're gonna give us the corner. If that's a chest pass, forget about it. If it's a bounce pass, go. That was one of my thoughts.
So you want to press. You want you don't want to slow teams down. You want to pressure.
I want to slow teams down. I want to surprise them at times with pressure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And yep, I do. And you think they're good enough? Okay. So yes, I do hear. So can they adjust and not get beat for easy baskets? Were you able to do that last year?
We tried it this summer. I actually found something which is awesome. My point guard, I usually have him as one of the trappers. I usually have her as one of the trappers. And I switched her to the interceptor.
Yeah, you want your best athlete at the back of the diamond.
Yeah. So my thing with her was that she's a little bit she's not short, but she's not the tallest. but I underestimated her speed and anticipation.
Well, there's anticipation. The back of the diamond is anticipation more than anything. It's like yes, it's like secondary. So you can put a non-thinker on the top of the diamond. Like you don't have to like, go here, trap here. So I like the first pass. I would have different calls. Like we're gonna trap on the first pass, we're gonna trap on the second pass, we're gonna trap when it comes back to the side we passed it on. So those are three easy ones. So maybe they pass it in on the right side and then they get it out of there. The next time it goes to the right side, then you have to talk about what that means to you, then you do it. So those are easy twists that they won't know what you're, just different calls, like purple, red, whatever number of calls, whatever you do. The first one's good, but you're not going to trick anybody after you do that 2 or 3 times.
Got it.
So I like the change ups on, especially out of that. Big girls back, non-thinkers on top, best athlete and best anticipators at the back, and then the two of the diamond those are the same position. So
pretty good athletes. Okay. Yeah,
pretty good athletes, long, hopefully, but if they know one, they know the other one. So you have more people that can play those two because the reaction goes different. But yeah, I think that's you could have an on and off switch too, or something like that, where it's green or red, where you're not trapping or you are trapping. Red, green, kind of whatever. Those will work to keep people off guard. If it's the first pass is easy, you'll get them once or twice, but the game's too long. Yeah, you're not
exactly.
Unless you're so much better than them, then
there was a team like that in our conference last year. They blew everybody out up until playoffs when you're playing good teams. Doesn't matter,
Everybody's playing good teams. Everyone's gotten better too.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. I think I like the idea of on a certain pass. I'm thinking like, let them get it in. If it comes back, go type of thing. So I like
you can easily do the second one, or you can do but don't make it too complicated. Like 4 pass. Don't make them think. Just like initial or second, or when it comes back. But don't the number never works. Like on the 4th pass, trap. Don't do that.
Got it.
I've never had real success. I've had success running at 3/4 court. Full is really hard. That first pass is really hard.
So and that's one of my things. All my girls coming up, they've been better athletes, so they've been able to press the heck out of people. But we're from a small school, so by the time our district is pretty small, so by the time we get into JVs and varsities, we're playing bigger districts where they're not the best athletes anymore. And honestly, they're not even close. So it just doesn't work.
And then what do you fall back into?
So that I fall back into a pack, pack line. Now, ideally, I'm not concerned about stealing the ball. Hopefully they cough it up, but I'm not concerned about that. Ideally, they just bring the ball up. They're not passing it quickly. We're able to slow down the passing where they're just dribbling it up. And on the first pass over half court, my 4 drops back to the paint, and my interceptor picks up the first pass. And then from there we're in pack.
That's good. Why pack?
So actually, I'm relatively new to pack. 4 years ago when I came on board, my predecessor played pack. I had never really heard of it, to be honest with you, up until then. And I've started to become accustomed with it. But again, this is on a make. In my mind, when you score, they kind of want to get you back. So I feel like if we slow that down, they may rush a little bit. And then when you're in pack, I feel when I started doing pack a couple years ago, I found that at least in high school, teams get antsy. They want to do something, but there's really nothing there.
There's no shot clock, right? There's no shot clock, right?
We do have a shot clock.
Okay.
And that helps.
That helps with that. No, I was just wondering, if there was other thoughts you had out of the diamond back into something. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but
there is. I like man a lot. On a miss, I'm gonna go. Actually, I brought your funnel down. On a miss, I'm gonna go funnel down. I've always done a
and
no
I would,
middle
for the girls, on the girls' side, I would try to keep them on the left as much as possible.
Okay.
The boys, it's really hard.
So coming towards me.
Yes, you wanted them to use their weak hand. Most people are 90% of the population. So I try to keep them on the left. With boy, it's like I can't. It's so hard to do that. That's why we fall down. But you should say we want to try to, and then when they get it on the right side, we want to get it back to the left. And then we really want to deny. It's just easier, especially smaller schools.
I have a girl coming back who actually quit last year. She's coming back and she's been good all summer long. Who she can steer the ball handler. She's a good athlete.
Yeah, and then it's everyone else is up the line. If they know you're doing it, it will work. Yeah. It will really work. Okay. It will freak people out too because they won't know what you're doing.
Yeah. And not that it was funnel down. I've always done a no middle type of thing before I learned tack. I've always done a no middle type of thing, and I didn't know what I was enjoying, but I think it's that concept of freaking people out.
Right, and then if you can push them to that short corner, they can't make that pass out of that short corner.
Gotcha.
So you can either funnel to the baseline and not trap. We funnel and trap. And it's just like they know what you're gonna do when they go there. It's kind of I don't even know the nursery rhyme, but it's like you kind of opened up and put all the it's like you're just trying to. They all want to it's too good. They're walking by the candy shop. It's just too tempting, or the ice cream shop. And then they go and then they're toast when they get there. It's like, oh crap! Now what am I gonna do? Hansel and Gretel. Maybe it was Hansel and Gretel. I don't remember. I know it's something.
Now, there's one other thing. So we aren't the fastest. Our bigs, our guards are fast. Our guards are athletic and fast.
So where would you put your bigs? Give me your bigs. Are they medium? Are they really slow? They're not obviously very fast.
One is very slow. The other is medium.
Okay, so the medium.
I play them together a lot.
Okay. So the really slow, you got to put in the back of the diamond. Yeah.
Now she's tall and she's starting to react better. Like I said, she's been showing up every day. She's anticipating a little better. So there's some knack stuff happening. I haven't had a chance to really, not much more. I haven't in the summertime when we were diamond pressing, not much more than the top trap. I haven't talked about.
So it's diamond back to man. It's diamond back to man, right?
It is diamond back to man.
Okay.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach, a trip to the state fair, and a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Gatorade Zero powders have been scientifically designed to help improve hydration balance in the body. With a clinically proven electrolyte blend and no artificial colors or flavors. Great tasting hydration no matter where you're going. Shop now online or at retailers nationwide. Gatorade, hydrates better than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
I have considered other stuff.
Man into man is easy. You just pick up and not do anything and just trap. So that's easy. That will take you 20 minutes of practice to put that in. I would just have it because it's different. Especially if you got the one that's coming back out that can just harass. We're just going to go, we'll call it our blitz or whatever. And we're just going to blitz and everyone's going to match up and she's just going to harass the crap out of the other point guard. And then maybe we'll trap out of it. Blitz red, we'll trap. Whatever you do, doesn't matter. And then I would have, if you got two bigs and one is slow, I'd still have a zone in. I'd still have in a half court because it's just a change up. They're just beating you, and you just for 5 possessions, we're gonna play matchup 2-3. Because if they can play man, they can play a zone. You can teach them that fast. The principles of that's pretty easy.
Gotcha. So that was another thought. So on my makes, I was thinking diamond to pack. On my misses, I was thinking funnel down. Basically, a half court with a denial,
Yep.
and I was trying to think of it could be a call, of course, but I was trying to think of another way to just kind of sneak in a 2-3 without like
I
a
would do it.
key.
It's easy. This is the easiest way to do it. When they get the ball out of bounds, side out of bounds or underneath, just go. We're always going to be in a 2-3
Perfect.
because then they don't have to think about it. And then you're going to see if it's working because it's
That's
going to be
what I'm
like,
looking at.
and then it's like, oh crap. Then you take a 30 and say, okay, now we're just going to run this for 4. And I would practice that a little bit, but it's like, it's a way of testing to see if it works. That's why I like zoning. I like doing something different on out of bounds play D because it's going to give me 7 to 10 possessions where it's like, ooh, that might be working. We've gotten a couple stops on that. Let's try that for half of a quarter or something.
And I was thinking back over the summer about my high school, one of my high school coaches. I think we always started man on a miss or whatever, man on a miss, zone 2-3 on a make, whatever. And I realized after thinking through it this summer, second half he went with whichever one they couldn't handle. Yeah,
and you got to practice that. That's conceptually harder than you think. Like that's going to take a couple of weeks if you haven't done it before or haven't done it consistently. The make miss is harder than because they got to like, oh crap, we missed it. What are we in? Da, da, da. And they can talk. I tell them to say it. Who cares if they know what we're in? I don't care. Like, get back in our zone. Get back in our man. They got to yell at each other. But no, I think that's a zone is a good way to kind of test it. But you're right. It'll freak them out too a little bit. And if you've got bigs inside, they're not going to get easy baskets.
And that's the thing. The one that's really slow. She got a few blocks off of our when they beat the top traps and stuff, and she was disturbing some shots.
Right.
So again, and I didn't. This is summer league, so I haven't spent much time on the rotations back. If she's disturbing the shot, we should be picking off. They're always dumping off.
Well, if you're running a matchup, she's just going to be there in the middle, which is you just don't want to give up layups in your out of bounds plays and easy open ones. And if you have someone down there that's basically arms up and is kind of a gatekeeper, all right, you might get an open 12-footer, but at least I'm not giving you an open layup kind of thing on an out of bounds play. I don't want to do definitely don't want to do that. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Offensively, I was also thinking, so we run lanes to get on offense. And I think initially that's just going to go into a 5 out, like I mentioned earlier.
Assign lanes?
I do assign lanes. I know you're not a fan of that. I haven't heard it one year.
I mean, I don't care. And I had an assistant coach for 15 years that wanted me to do it. As a player, I hated it. I hated it. Let me run down the other side. I'm here. Like, I always felt like I was doing more work. So I get it. That's why I just say I designate a lane for these two people. But I don't say you have to go down the right lane or the left lane. I hate it.
You don't care which person it is.
Right. Like,
so what happens when two people go down the same lane? Do you send one through?
One of them's got to cut over. They got to talk. Part of that's the game. Like, you got to communicate. If you're both, and also if they're both on the same side, that is a sideline break. People run that.
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't dare do it.
Yeah. I haven't not really run it much, but it's the first one there gets it. That's my theory. So if you're both on the right side, whoever's closer to the basket, staying, the other one's going the other side. I just used to hate because I had to run down the left side. I hated it. I'm standing here on the right side of the court, and now you're making me run to the left side for no apparent reason other than I'm supposed to be in that lane. That's my only argument against it.
So first one gets it, second guy breaks. So because I guess maybe this is kind of backwards. I would have, if two are in the same lane accidentally, the back person screams through and the other one runs the baseline to get the corner or whatever.
That takes some time. I want fast.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned just the second guy breaks, I think that. Yeah.
Because you literally have, this is a stats teacher, you literally have 3 to 5 seconds to score in transition.
Wow. It's a lot less than I thought. I'm thinking like you got 7 or 8, 9.
But everyone's back by then. And then it's basically, then if you're running a secondary, which again, I've never had much luck with, but if you're running a secondary and doing that, then you have a little bit more time because you automatically do something. But if you're looking to score fast, you got to go. Like your head, like your pants are on fire. And that's why I don't like you have to go down the left, you have to go down the right. Just you two are the first two down. Pick a lane, and then and if it doesn't work, you can always go back to you're the right and you're the left. But
that's true. Not a huge adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a huge adjustment. I think you'll see they get down faster if they don't have to pick a lane or be in a lane. And your big's obviously going to be the last one down the court, so it doesn't really matter. It's going to be 4-on-5 probably for a while.
Correct. Well, in theory, our first option is hit one of the wings for a layup.
Right.
Our second option is, if defense is back, I give them the freedom to shoot that three.
Yeah.
And by then the big better be there, and then it's season
right. Or at least the first big should be coming down the lane and going like you're either getting a pass or you're going to get. That's what I tell them. You're running that lane. You're either getting a pass or you're going. Yeah. You're gonna go all the way to the rack. I know.
Okay. Now, if we're not in our 5 out, I also have a quick little secondary. It's not much of a secondary. A quick little secondary that puts us into a 3 out, 2 in, and I have a little post motion offense that I like as well.
Okay.
Whatever side it goes to, the other one goes high post and got a high low opportunity.
Perfect. Those are high low. Perfect. Initially is great. Yes.
Okay.
Less is more in that secondary.
Okay.
Two actions is what I'd say max. Maybe a high low, maybe a screen away, maybe anything more than that, you're basically into your offense at that point then. So make it easy, make it simple. I like high lows. I like ball screen. I like a clear out. I like things that are just simple. They don't have to think.
Got it.
Yeah. Because if you're the ones that are like, maybe they're better coaches than me, but the ones that are running like double screen off and then a high low and then a zoom, you're running your offense at that point. It's not. I want to score fast, so it's got to be a quick movement in that initial, or it's not going to work.
I like it. Let me just check my list here. A couple.
I'll send this to you too, so you can listen to it.
Great. I need help implementing my offense. Just the discipline for my players to wait for their turn.
Yep. So they're being selfish and they're taking bad shots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you just have you have to track it. You have to probably tape practice for a couple weeks. And you have to. I mean, you're going to have to spend some time on this, and then you're going to have to sit them down and say, look, you shoved a piece of paper across. You're 2 for 27 from 3. That's probably not your superpower. Let's talk about what your superpower is. Blah, 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 blah. It's like you got to be pretty blunt with them about roles and this person had, and then I always say, if you think you should be shooting more of those, let's go in the gym and show me. Like,
there you go.
Show me. It's like, I think Mike Neighbors does that. You gotta earn your driver's. You gotta earn your shooting license. Like you gotta shoot.
Yeah, I've seen that.
This out of this, and he's so good at that. But it's true, and it's like, and then the bigs, like the one that can shoot a 3. Yes, you can shoot a 3 if you're open, your feet are squared, you're balanced, you're da da da. But most of the time, you two should be going and getting offensive rebounds. Because we're gonna, a good 3-point shooter makes it less than half the time. So, and a really good one still makes it 4 out of 10 times. So you should be
the best ever. Steph Curry only 4 out of 10 times.
Yeah. So you better go hit the glass when that shot goes up because it's going to be a miss. Math tells me it's going to be a miss. So go. So
okay, it's a good way to put it.
You gotta, yes, and that's and to be honest with you, it's a practice thing too. It's a pulling them aside, going, "Come here, let's talk." I'm not being mean. I'm just being real. Like your range is 15 feet in. And, if your feet are square, blah, blah, blah. Types of shots, when the shots happen, who shoots them. All of those discussions have to happen if you're going to win. And, because they'll just keep shooting. They don't care. That's what mom's telling them to do,
Well, it dawned on me last year, towards the end of the season, I started calling basically bad shots. I started calling them turnovers. I kept calling turnover. And one girl was like, what's a bad shot? And that's like, oh boy. So I realized I dropped the ball on that one. I don't think I clearly defined.
Right. And a bad shot for you and a bad shot for me is not same.
Yeah.
And then I have this discussion in my room. It's like, you know what? We all have good things and we all have bad things. I'm trying to accentuate the good things. So some of you are probably in Calc or taking, some of you maybe are in Spanish 5, and I go, no comprendo nada. I don't understand hardly any Spanish, but I'm just saying we all have things that we're good at and things that we're not as good at. So some of you are better 3-point shooters. Some of you are better rebounders. Some of you are better defenders. So let's all grab our strengths and try to feed off of that. And you're not all good. There's only, anyway, you got to have some of those discussions. They'll appreciate the honesty. They really will. In the long term there. The long term there. Mom and dad might not. I got to go at 6:30.
Okay.
But I'll send you the copy of this later tonight at some point when I'm eating. Okay. All right. See you, Coach. All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you subscribe and like no matter where you listen. Apple, Spotify. We love those 5-star reviews. Make sure you also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.
NFL football season is here, which means when you switch to Verizon, it feels like touchdown, because you get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us when you buy an eligible 5G phone on select unlimited plans, which means you can watch every out-of-market game every Sunday afternoon, and it's all on us. Now that's the Verizon way to kick off the NFL football season right. Switch and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us, only with Verizon.
The Viore Core Short moves with you. With everyday versatility and classic athletic fit. It's the one short for everything your day brings. Invest in your happiness and get 20% off your first purchase at viore.com/core20. That's VUORI.com/KORE20. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.